Phytonutrient Synergy, a granular analysis of 5 botanical powerhouses by Aslan Adnan M.A., Tuesday, 5th of May 2026. At a biochemical level, the 5 botanicals under discussion, Philanthus emblica, Moringa oleifera, Centella asiatica, Zingiber officinale, and Cinnamomum verum represent a highly complementary matrix of micronutrients, phytochemicals, and bioactive compounds. Each plant expresses a distinct phytochemical profile, yet their overlap in antioxidant and anti-inflammatory pathways creates measurable synergistic effects when combined. Philanthus emblica, ascorbate density and polyphenolic defense. Philanthus emblica is one of the most concentrated natural sources of vitamin C ascorbic acid, often exceeding 600 milligrams per 100 grams in fresh fruit. Unlike isolated ascorbic acid, its vitamin C is stabilized by tannins, such as emblicinin A and B, which slow oxidation and extend bioavailability. Its phytochemical spectrum includes gallic acid and ellagic acid, both potent scavengers of reactive oxygen species, ROS. These compounds modulate oxidative pathways by neutralizing free radicals and upregulating endogenous antioxidant enzymes such as superoxide dismutase, SOD, and catalase. The presence of flavonoids and polyphenols contributes to vascular protection. Mechanistically, these compounds improve endothelial function by enhancing nitric oxide availability, thereby supporting cardiovascular health. Concurrently, they influence glucose metabolism by modulating insulin sensitivity and reducing postprandial glucose spikes. Moringa oleifera, macronutrient density and metabolic regulation. Moringa oleifera operates at both a nutritional and pharmacological level. It contains significant quantities of fat-soluble vitamin A, as beta-carotene, water-soluble vitamin C, and B-complex vitamins, alongside essential minerals such as iron, calcium, and potassium. Its antioxidant profile is anchored by quercetin and chlorogenic acid. Quercetin acts as a flavonol with anti-inflammatory properties, inhibiting lipid peroxidation and downregulating pro-inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-α. Chlorogenic acid plays a key role in glucose metabolism by inhibiting glucose 6-phosphatase, thereby reducing hepatic glucose output. Moringa's protein content, including essential amino acids, is unusually high for a plant leaf. This contributes to its role in combating malnutrition and supporting tissue repair. Its combined micronutrient and phytochemical profile supports lipid regulation, often reducing LDL cholesterol while maintaining or increasing HDL levels. Centella asiatica, triterpenoid-driven regeneration and neuroprotection. Centella asiatica is pharmacologically distinct due to its triterpenoid saponins, particularly asiaticoside and metacasicide. These compounds directly stimulate fibroblast proliferation and collagen synthesis, making the plant especially effective in dermal repair and wound healing. At the neurological level, Centella influences brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, supporting synaptic plasticity and cognitive function. Its mild anxiolytic effects are linked to modulation of GABAergic pathways, contributing to reduced neural inflammation and improved mental clarity. Although lower in mineral density compared to moringa, its flavonoid content still contributes to antioxidant defense. Its primary value lies in regeneration, both structural, skin, connective tissue, and functional, neuronal pathways. Zingiber officinale, digestive modulation and anti-inflammatory action. Zingiber officinale is defined by its phenolic compounds, gingerols and their dehydrated counterparts, shogaols. These compounds exert strong anti-inflammatory effects by inhibiting cyclooxygenase, COX, and lipoxygenase, LOX, pathways, reducing prostaglandin synthesis. In the gastrointestinal system, ginger enhances gastric motility and accelerates gastric emptying. This explains its efficacy in reducing nausea and improving digestion. It also modulates gut microbiota, indirectly influencing immune function. Minerally, it contributes potassium, magnesium, and manganese, supporting enzymatic processes and electrolyte balance. Its thermogenic properties further enhance metabolic activity. Cinnamomum verum, glycemic control and metabolic stability. Cinnamomum verum contains cinnamaldehyde as its primary bioactive compound. This molecule improves insulin receptor sensitivity and enhances glucose uptake in peripheral tissues. Its polyphenols mimic insulin activity at the cellular level, facilitating glucose transport via GLUT4 pathways. This results in improved glycemic control, particularly in individuals with insulin resistance. Cinnamon is also rich in manganese, a cofactor for several enzymes involved in metabolism and antioxidant defense. Its anti-inflammatory properties complement its metabolic effects, making it a dual-function agent. Synergistic mechanisms. Why the combination outperforms isolation. When these botanicals are combined, their interaction produces a multi-layered physiological effect that exceeds the sum of individual contributions. First, antioxidant synergy occurs through complementary pathways. Vitamin C from Phyllanthus emblica regenerates oxidized flavonoids from moringa and cinnamon, effectively recycling antioxidant capacity. Meanwhile, polyphenols across all 5 plants target different types of free radicals, broadening the defensive spectrum. Second, anti-inflammatory effects are amplified. Ginger's inhibition of inflammatory enzymes combines with quercetin's cytokine suppression and cinnamon's metabolic stabilization, creating a systemic reduction in chronic inflammation. Third, metabolic regulation becomes more robust. Chlorogenic acid, moringa, reduces glucose production, cinnamaldehyde, cinnamon, enhances insulin sensitivity, and polyphenols, amla, slow carbohydrate absorption. Together, these mechanisms produce tighter glycemic control. Fourth, regenerative and neuroprotective effects are strengthened. Centella's collagen synthesis is supported by vitamin C from amla, which is essential for collagen cross-linking. Simultaneously, reduced oxidative stress enhances neuronal resilience and cognitive performance, emergent properties, and practical implications. The most important concept here is synergy. In pharmacological terms, this is not merely additive, but multiplicative. The interaction of compounds creates emergent properties, enhanced antioxidant recycling, broader anti-inflammatory coverage, and integrated metabolic regulation. This explains why studies on combinations such as moringa and Centella asiatica demonstrate increased antioxidant activity and improved cellular markers of aging compared to isolated compounds. However, potency necessitates caution. The combined biochemical load can be significant, particularly for individuals with sensitivities or underlying conditions. Gradual introduction allows physiological systems, especially hepatic detox pathways, to adapt. Conclusion. Individually, each of these botanicals is a potent agent within its domain. Together, they form a highly integrated system of nutritional and pharmacological support, targeting oxidative stress, inflammation, metabolic imbalance, and tissue degeneration. This is not simply a mixture of herbs. It is a coordinated biochemical network, one that illustrates how complexity in nature often translates into resilience in the human body.
Phyllanthus emblica, that's amla. It's loaded with way more vitamin C than oranges, plus B vitamins, minerals like potassium, magnesium, and zinc. Its phytonutrients include gallic acid, ellagic acid, tannins, flavonoids, and polyphenols that are powerful antioxidants. They boost immunity, fight oxidative stress, support heart health, help control blood sugar, and have anti-inflammatory and anti-aging effects. Moringa ellagioli is a total nutrient bomb with vitamins A, B6, C, plus iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and even protein. Its antioxidants like quercetin and chlorogenic acid fight inflammation, help with blood sugar and cholesterol, protect the liver and heart, and combat malnutrition. Centella asiatica has triterpenoids like asiaticoside and madecassoside, some vitamin C, and flavonoids. It's great for skin repair, wound healing, brain function, reducing inflammation, and boosting collagen. Zingiber officinale, that's ginger, gives you gingerol and showgirls for strong antioxidant effects, plus potassium, magnesium, and manganese. It eases nausea, improves digestion, lowers inflammation, and supports immunity. Cinnamomum verum, Ceylon cinnamon, contains cinnamaldehyde and polyphenols that fight oxidation and inflammation. It helps regulate blood sugar, supports heart health, and has metabolic benefits. When you mix them together, their antioxidants and anti-inflammatories work in synergy. The combo creates a stronger overall effect against free radicals, better blood sugar control, enhanced skin and brain benefits, and broader support for immunity and recovery. Studies on pairs like moringa and centella show boosted antioxidant activity, so the whole mixture often outperforms the individual ingredients. Just start with small amounts since they're quite potent.
About the author. Aslan Adnan, M.A., is a writer and independent researcher whose work focuses on nutrition science, food systems, and the biological foundations of human health. His writing examines how natural foods contain complex compounds that interact with human physiology in ways that may support long-term well-being. He has a particular interest in plant-based bioactive compounds such as polyphenols, carotenoids, flavonoids, and other phytochemicals found in fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, algae, and fungi. His research explores how these compounds function in plants and how they may influence human nutrition when consumed as part of a balanced diet. Aslan approaches nutrition from a multidisciplinary perspective, drawing on biochemistry, plant biology, and public health nutrition. His work aims to translate complex scientific concepts into clear explanations so that readers can better understand the nutritional value of everyday foods. He is the author of several books examining natural sources of antioxidants and other dietary compounds. Author of the antioxidant series, Antioxidants in Herbs and Spices, Antioxidants in Algae, Microalgae, and Fungi, Antioxidants in Fruits and Vegetables, Antioxidants in Nuts and Seeds, Antioxidants in Berries. Author of the nutrient series, Macronutrients, Volume 1, Carbohydrates, Macronutrients, Volume 2, Lipids, Macronutrients, Volume 3, Proteins, Micronutrients, Vitamins, Trace Elements, and Minerals, Anti-nutrients, the hidden blockers in your food, Phytonutrients, the quiet power of plants, Water, the forgotten fourth, a macronutrient you can't ignore, other books on health and nutrition, Tuberculosis Briefing Paper, 2nd edition, Aslan's 5-Powder Manifesto, Eating the Greek Way, How Cultural Habits Support Health Without Trying, Ideology on a Plate, How Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Turned U.S. Dietary Guidelines into a Scientific Farce, Maslow in 2026, A Practical Guide to Actual Needs, Not Scrollable Wishes. These works form part of an ongoing series exploring the chemistry, biological roles, and nutritional significance of bioactive compounds in plant foods. Through his writing, Aslan advocates a practical food-first approach to nutrition. His work emphasizes whole foods, dietary diversity, and balanced eating patterns rather than reliance on isolated nutrients or supplements. He holds a Master of Arts in International Business and Management from the University of Westminster in London and writes extensively on nutrition science, health, and food-based approaches to long-term well-being. Aslan Adnan, the quiet revolutionary of real food writing. Aslan Adnan, M.A., is a Malaysian polymath who spent decades turning food into philosophy. Raw, unfiltered, no hype. You won't find him pushing superfoods or miracle diets. He dissects what actually works. Whole plants, spices, microbes, and the quiet chemistry that keeps bodies humming. With over 30 books, self-published, shared freely on Z Library, Facebook groups, Telegram channels, Aslan's output is prolific. Part manifesto, part manual. Early works like Spring Has Sprung, a psychological thriller, and travelogues On the Road to the East Coast reveal his roots in journalism, advertising, and storytelling. But nutrition became his mission. Educated with a Master of Arts in International Business and Management from the University of Westminster, London, he taught at the School of Management, Royal Holloway, London, while pursuing doctoral research in business strategy and environmental management, specializing in the international timber trade. That academic backbone, rigor, systems thinking, sustainability, bleeds into his food writing. No fluff, just evidence. The core series, the Macronutrients Trilogy, Volume 1 on carbohydrates, glucose, fiber, metabolism, Volume 2 on lipids, fats, omega-3s, inflammation, Volume 3 on proteins, repair, enzymes, muscle. Then micronutrients, water, and anti-nutrients, the plant world's double-edged sword. Anti-nutrients are naturally occurring compounds in whole foods, phytates, oxalates, lectins, goitrogens, that can bind minerals, block enzymes, or mess with absorption. They evolved as plant defenses, but in us, they steal iron from spinach, calcium from kale, or spike gut irritation from raw beans. Variety wins. 30 plants a week, not monodiets. Raw's romantic, but cooked smarter. Add spice blends like Aslan's 5-Powder Manifesto, turmeric mixes for real anti-inflammation, and you've got a library that says, eat wide, not weird. Why release it all into the public domain? Because knowledge isn't currency. It's oxygen. Aslan watched corporations gatekeep health, paywalls on papers, patented supplements, proprietary blends that hide what works. He refuses. His books aren't for sale, they're for spread. No DRM, no ads, no ego. Just files anyone can download, print, share. He says it plain. If one person in a kampong swaps white rice for brown or steams kailan instead of boiling it, that's the win, not royalties. He's no gatekeeper. His Facebook, Aslan Green Party, Instagram, and YouTube drop bite-sized truths. Traffic light WFPB guides, eye health talks on lutein, vegan journeys. He credits tradition, curries, forest mushrooms, seaweed from tides, and lives it. Unpeeled carrots, home ferments, no moralizing. 30-plus titles aren't about volume, they're depth. Carbs to phytonutrients, water to gut bugs. Aslan doesn't sell health, he hands you the tools. Read him and your plate changes. Not because you're broken, because you're built for better. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.